Hey there everybody, it's time for game 52 in the Chicago White Sox 1977 Strat-O-Matic replay. This of course is being played in advanced with a smattering of super advanced rules, mainly super advanced fielding is pretty much anything we're doing super advanced, but we're not going to do ballpark effects, we're not doing clutch, and we're not rolling the D20 every time to check for pickoffs and wild pitches and balks and all that stuff. So, game 52 is coming to you from Arlington Stadium in Texas. It's the Texas Rangers against the Chicago White Sox. First of a couple of game series. I don't remember how many games they're actually playing this series, but I'm recording the first video. And it's going to be Bert Blyleven against Ken Kravick, righty against lefty. And we'll bring the score sheet in so that you can see that. Game number 52. Right now, the Sox in the replay, and we just finished watching them sweep the Twins in their quick 2-game set. They are 28-23 in the replay. They were 29-22 in real life, so just about right on schedule. And they'll see what they can do here against the Texas Rangers, who they are battling along with the Twins and the Royals for American League West supremacy. So right now, Bert Blyleven on the hill, and in 1977 season, he was 14-12 with a 2.72 ERA. And Ralph Garr is going to lead things off. Let's go through the lineups real quick before I start. Sox, pretty much their standard lineup. Everybody's healthy, everybody's back. Garr, Bannister, Orta, Zisk, Gamble, Spencer, Lemon, Soderholm, and Essien. And Ken Kravick on the mound. He enters the game with a record of 1-1 in the replay. For the Rangers, Campaneris at short, Wills at second, so you got two road runners here at the top of the order. You want to keep off the bases, and Essien will have his hands full, as will Kravick. Kravick's a -1 hold rating, but again, with advance, we're not doing that, so that will take away a little bit of his effectiveness. All right, like I said, it's Campaneris and Wills lead off for Ghostie's a DH. Willie Horton is in left. Harrah's at third. Hargroves at first. Greaves in right. Sundberg catching with Beniquez in center, and Bert B-Home Blyleven is going to be on the mound 2 years prior to his We Are Family Pirates championship. So we are ready to go. Ralph Garr leads things off, and of course we won't need the D20 until we need some split chances, but actually I'm going to roll it with the regular roll just in case we get a split chance. It'll take away one roll and make things a little quicker. So here's Ralph Garr, game 52 underway, 2-6. 2-6 is a solid single for Garr, so no need for the D20 there. It's just a solid single. Now Garr is a C stealer. Stole 12 bases, got caught 7 times. Using the advanced rule, a C stealer starts with an 11, and then because he's being held, you take away 3, makes it an 8, and then you add on the catcher arm, Sundberg, and Sundberg's arm is a -4, so that would make him a 1-4. So obviously Ralph Garr is going to stay put. He will be held, but he's going to be staying put. So Garr will be held. Here's Bannister. And you know what? I'm going to try something I haven't tried, I think, all year with the White Sox, and that's a hit and run. So we're going to go to the hit and run chart. Advanced, super advanced hit and run chart, which is... Well, you know what? I'm going to do the advanced hit and run chart. If I'm playing this game advanced, I might as well do the advanced. All right, so let's go to hit and run advanced strategy chart, which is up here. He is a B hit and run, but with the runner being held, that transforms him to an A hit and run. So he's got the best you can have, and we just need 2 D6s for this. We get a 12. Ooh, that could be interesting. 12 is an A. Single runners advanced 2 bases. So how about that? If he'd have been a B, it would have been a line out to second for a double play. So how about that? The fact they were holding the runner changed this from a double play to a single with 2 base advancement. So that's to put runners at first and third with nobody out, and the Sox have something going. Bob Lemon, not really a proponent of the hit and run, but decided to pull it out there, and it paid dividends. So runners are at the corners, nobody out, and Bannister is he's not going to be held because he's only a D stealer, so he will not be held at first. And of course, you're not holding Garr at third. So here's Orta, 5'8", Blyleven against the lefty, 5-8. Ground ball, second base X. That is bump Wills. And Wills, defensively, at second base is a 3-E-17. A 3 and a 16, so he'll obviously get to that. Might even be able to turn 2 if they are fortunate enough. So a 3 and a 16 is a G1. Let's check the error. It's an 11, and we said that Wills was an E13. So go to the second baseman. E13. There is no 11, so it is a ground ball double play, and that's going to score the run, but take the big inning out of play. 4-6-3 on the double play. Run will score, no RBI given. But the Sox do lead at 1-0, but that's not how they wanted to lead. His order kind of kills the rally right there with that double play. Here's Richie Zisk. 2 outs, bases empty. 1-4. And that's a ground ball to third. There is no ballpark effect in advanced, so it's just a ground ball to Hara at third. And actually, Blyleven gets out of it pretty easily. Only 1 run. Could have been a lot worse. But Sox get 1, and that's it. We go to the bottom of the first. It's White Sox 1 and Rangers coming to bat. Ken Kravick step to the plate. He is 1-1 in the replay. In real life, he was 11-8 with a 4.10 ERA. And he'll be facing Bert Campaneris. Campy Campaneris. Want to definitely keep him off the bases. We get a 4-8 for Kravick against a right-hander, and that's a walk. That's not what you wanted. Did not want to let Campaneris get on base, but he did. He is an A stealer. And as an A stealer, he starts out with a 15, and he's being held, so that makes him a -2, drops him to a 13. So 1-13 because the arm of Essien is a 0. So 1-13, he will make it. And you know what? They're gonna try it. They'll try to send him. I believe Billy Hunter is the manager of Texas at this point. He's going to send Campaneris. 1-13, he'll make it. And he does. Stolen base for Campaneris. So the Rangers Rabbits coming to fruition here early. Here's Bump Wills, runner at second, nobody out. 3-7 against a lefty. 3-7's a ground ball to short. That's going to hold the runner. So Campy had to hold up. 1 away. And that will bring up Jim Fregosi, DH. Came over from the Pirates. 5-8. Pops him up to short. There's 2 down. And that'll bring up Willie Horton. 3-7 against a left-hander is a solid single, 2 stars, and that will put Texas on the board and tie the game. So Willie Horton, don't know if he heard a who, but he heard a RBI right there. And we are tied at a run apiece as Horton comes through in the clutch. Here's Toby Hara. 6-3 against Kravick is a single to center field. So Horton, who doesn't run well, will stop at second. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Kravick trying to get that elusive third out. Here is Mike Hargrove, the human rain delay. 3-3 against a lefty, and he's plunked. Got hit by the pitch. So he took a little bit too long, and it perturbed Kravick, and Kravick plunked him. Bases are now loaded. This could be the game right here in the first inning. You're talking about a big inning versus only 1 run. Tom Grieve, the right fielder. He can get Grieve out. Get just the 1 run and not have a big inning. 1-7, and he did it. Ground ball to short. That's going to do it. So Kravick got out of that mess. Both pitchers got out of their mess, but Kravick had a much bigger mess. But after 1 complete, when the dust settles, it's just 1-1. So now we go to top of the second. And that'll bring up Oscar Gamble. So Gamble, 2-7 for Gamble. Ground ball to first. Had some hits in column 2, but not the 7. That's a ground ball to first, handled by Hargrove. 1 away. Here's Jim Spencer, speaking of first baseman. 6-8 against a lefty. That's a walk. So Blyleven issues the free pass to Spencer. Spencer's an E-stealer. He will not be held. Lemon 3-7 for Lemon against a righty. 3-7's a fly to center, and that's 2 away. Leaves it up to Eric Soderholm. 4-6, ground ball to third, and actually Hara will go the short way to second. 5-4 as he flips over to Wills for the force play to end the inning. So nothing happening there. We go to the bottom of the second, still tied at a run apiece. Kravic back out, facing Jim Sundberg. We get a 2-4 for Sundberg against a lefty, and a 2-4 is a ground ball to short. And by Bannister, 1 away. Good to get back to the White Sox. I took a break from Strat-O-Matic and from this White Sox replay for a bit, but now I'm more refreshed to come back and start playing some games. Not just do White Sox Wednesday, but maybe throw an extra one in there. And certainly use the PC to help as well. Play games offline. 3-8 for Benitez against Kravic, the lefty. 3-8's a ground ball to third. So handled by Soderholm. 2 away. Back to the top of the order in Campaneris. 6-8 against a righty, struck him out. So Kravic got him that time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rangers after 2 complete. Still 1-1. As we have nip and tuck here at Arlington Stadium. Blyleven back out, and Blyleven's a 8 for his fatigue, and Kravic's a 7. So if they pitch well, they can go deep into this ball game and save the bullpen. All right, here's Essien, number 9 hitter. 2-2. Split chance. 1's a single. Anything else is a liner to second. That's a 15, so it's a liner to second. And there's 1 away. That's why I rolled the D20 to help alleviate need in the second roll. Back to the top of the order in Gar. 1-7. He's going to fly to center. 2 down. And it brings up Alan Bannister. 4-10 for Bannister is a ground ball shortstop X. That is Mr. Campaneris. And Campy is a 2 E29. 2 and a 17, he'll get to that. E29, is there an 8 on an E29? There is not. So it's good play for Campaneris, and the inning is over without incident. So after that rough first inning, both pitchers seem to be settling in. And that's going to do it for the Sox. We go to the bottom of the third. Still 1-1. And Bump Wills will lead things off. As a second place hitter, he's still kind of like a pseudo leadoff hitter for the next inning, so he's really good as a leadoff hitter. 6-4 against a switch hitter batting right-handed is a walk, and that's not what Kravic wanted. That's going to open up the door for Wills to take a steal chance. Again, he's an A, so we're going right back the same way Campaneris had it. It's a 1-13, and Wills is going to try it. 1-13. And he made it, so it's second stolen base of the game for the Rangers. Puts runner at second with nobody out for Jim Fregosi. 4-11, Kravic against a right-hander, fly ball, right field B. That is out number 1. And I believe the B only references going from third to home, not second to third. So he will stay at second base. Here's Horton. Horton 5-12 against a right-hander. Another fly ball, right field B, and again in the advance, that's just a fly to right, no advancement. Got to be on third to advance. Here's Hara, 2 down and runner at second. So Kravic trying to leave Will stranded there. 3-11 for Hara against a left-hander. Would have been a ballpark diamond shot in super advanced, but in advanced, just a fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. So Kravic, for one, thankful we're playing advanced, prevented that potential home run. And at the end of 3, we are tied at a run apiece. So back out 4, top of the 4th. And it will be George Orta hitting to that double play in the first inning that kind of killed the rally. Trying to make up for that. 2-6, 2-6, a 1-9 is a single. That's an 11 though, so it's a line out to first. So it lines it hard, but right at Hargrove, 1 away. And that brings up Richie Zisk. 4-8 for Zisk. Ground ball to third. Hara's got it. flips over to Hargrove for out number 2. And if you're wondering about this 1 here, no, we're not doing super advanced, so this is not a check for a wild pitch. That's simply to resolve split chances without a second roll. So in case you were curious, there was a 1 there and I noticed it, but it has no effect on the advanced version of the game, only super advanced. Here's Oscar Gamble. 2-7. 2-7 is a ground ball. He's same role he had last time. All these hits in column 2, and he found his ground ball to first. Second time in a row he's rolled 2-7. So that's going to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Sox here in the 4th, very quietly. Go to the bottom of the 4th, and Hargrove, who made all those defensive plays, is going to lead things off for the Rangers against Kravik. Hargrove, lefty on lefty. 3-9. 3-9 against the lefty is a ground ball to second. And there is 1 away. Tom Grieve, the batter. 3-8 against a lefty is a ground ball to short. If you wonder why I'm kind of being anal about pointing at these results, it's for you, but it's also for me, because I have a tendency, I'm behind my phone, so I'm looking at this from a distance, and once in a while I'll misread the column. So to try to help prevent that, I kind of use my pen as a pointer to make sure I'm looking at the correct result. So here, 3-8 is a ground ball to short. Takes a split second longer, but I'll give that up to get accuracy. One thing I don't like to do is misread a play that changes the course of a game. I want to try to prevent that. Here's Sundberg. 3-10 for Sundberg is a solid single. So a 2-out single for Sundberg. He's a D stealer. He will not be held. Brings up Beniquez. Juan Beniquez, 1-6. Home run chance 1-6, double chance 7-20. That's an 11, so we get a double. Now the question is, can Sundberg score? He was not being held, so that gives him a 1 extra boost on his run rating, which he starts out with a 12 now. There are 2 outs, so that makes it a 14. The ball was hit to center, which is Lemon, who's a 0 arm, so it's a 1-14 to score the run. So Sundberg, a 1-14, he'll make it. And he does. So Sundberg comes in to score. 2-out magic here by the Rangers as Juan Beniquez hits an RBI double to give the Rangers a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. And now it brings up Campaneris. They may not be done yet. 2-9 for Campy, and they're not. Campy, another double. It's a split chance. 1-6, 7-20 is a double. That's an 11. So back-to-back doubles against Kravik. And after getting the first 2 outs very easily, he's running into issues. All of a sudden, it's 3-1 Rangers. And Bob Lemon has some concern. Here's Bump Wills. 4-6. Kravik against a right-hander. 4-6. 1-6 is a double. 7-20 is a fly to center. Fortunately for Kravik, that's a 20. And that's going to end the inning. But 2 runs for the Rangers. And they now take a 3-1 lead after 4 here in Arlington. So all that 2-out magic. And Kravik kind of shaking his head, wondering how he didn't get out of that inning. But Beniquez, Sundberg, and Campaneris had other ideas. Here's Jim Spencer to lead off the 5th. 6-7 for Spencer against Blyleven is a split chance. 1-14 is a single. That's the 18 though, so it's only a ground ball to Spencer again. I'm sorry, to Hargrove again. Hargrove's getting a lot of action over there. A lot of ground balls and lineouts. Here's Lemon. 1-5 for Lemon. No ground out or line out here. It's a 1-5 triple, 6-20 double. That's a 3, so it's a triple for Chet Lemon. 1-out triple for Chet Lemon. So Soderholm is going to see what he can do. Texas is playing the infield back. They'll give up the run to get the out. 4-4. 4-4 is a fly ball center field C, and I don't think that's going to score him in these kind of rules. It's runner's hold on a fly ball C, so not deep enough by Soderholm. So it will be up to Essien to get the run home. 4-7 struck him out. Blyleven, the big nasty Uncle Charlie, struck him out. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Triple was wasted by Lemon as Blyleven soured on that possibility of Lemon scoring. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. I know that joke wasn't very appealing. Here is Jim Fregosi. 6-7 struck him out. Krayvik trying to reestablish himself. Here's Willie Horton. 5-8. Pops him up to short. 2 down. So Krayvik trying to announce his presence with authority, as Nuke LaLoosh would say. 2-7. 2-7 against a left-hander. Fly to center. And that's going to do it. 1-2-3. Now he just needs his teammates to get something off Blyleven, which is easier said than done. We go to 6. It's 3-1 Texas. And Blyleven back out. Starting with the top of the order, Ralph Garr. 1-3 for Garr's. Ground ball to short. Handled by Campaneris. 1 away. Alan Bannister. 5-9. 5-9's ground ball to short again. So Campaneris keeping busy. 2 ground outs. Brings up George Orta. 6-8 against a lefty is a walk. So George Orta, 2-out walk. Keeps the inning going for Zisk. He could tie the game with 1 swing of the bat. 1-8, and he did. Oh, 2-8. I was looking at 2-8. 2-8 would have been a home run. 1-8's a strikeout. So almost got ahead of myself there. But Zisk going for the fences, but came up empty. Truly a whiffer on that play, getting nothing but air. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, still 3-1. And it'll be lefty on lefty matchup, Hargrove and Krayvik. Hargrove got plunked in the first, grounded to second in the 4th. 6-6, he's going to do some damage here. 1-14 is a double. 15-20 is a single. That's a 10, so it's a double for Mike Hargrove. And now the Sox bullpen starting to loosen down there. Bruce Dalcanton doing some light tossing, the right-hander. Here's Grieve, 4-8. Going to stay right-hander, and that's a walk. So it's going to put the first 2 on. And this is, oh, I'm sorry, next inning is the point of weakness inning for Krayvik, so we don't have to check it just yet. All right, here's Sundberg. Now he's an A bunter, so he's going to bunt and try to move the runners up. So we're going to use the advanced bunt chart. He's an A bunter. They're looking for it, so he becomes a B bunter. And that's an 11. That could be interesting. B bunter and an 11. Batter misses pitch. Runner on third attempts to steal home. Oh, I'm sorry, I was going to squeeze play. Oh, what was I doing? I'm over here on sacrifice. I don't know what I was doing over there. 11, and he's a B. Batter pops out. First baseman, runners hold. So, failed sacrifice. He pops it up to Spencer. But nobody got doubled off. That was the important thing for the Rangers, at least. So Sundberg fails on his bunt chance. Brings up Beniquez, who had that big double his last time up. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Here's Beniquez. 2-9. 2-9 is going to ground to short, and that's an A behind it. That's a double play. 6-4-3. So just what Krayvik needed to get out of that mess. And at the end of 6, it's Texas 3 and Chicago 1. As we go to the top of the 7th, and remember we're in Texas, so Harry Carey did not make the trip. So there will be no music in the 7th inning stretch. That's only for home games. So here is Oscar Gamble. Lead things off. He's grounded to Hargrove twice. See if we can break that trend. 6-8. He will walk. So that way to break the trend. Get on base with a walk. Any way you can when you're down by 3-1. You get on any way you can. Gamble's an E, so he will not be held. Here's Spencer. 3-9 for Spencer. Ground ball second base B. That's a fielder's choice. So we'll call that 4-6. As Wills flips to Campaneris for the force. Spencer, the runner on first now. He's also an E-stealer, will not be held. Here's Chet Lemon, who tripled his last time up but got stranded. 2-5, 2-5. He might do it again, and he did do it again. Look at this. 2-5 is a 1-5 triple. That's a 1. So the second triple of the game for Lemon. And that's an RBI triple as Spencer, even as slow as he is, comes around to score. Cuts the lead to 3-2, and Lemon's at third with 1 out. The infield's going to have to come in now to cut that run off. And here's Soderholm trying to take advantage of that. 6-12. Fly ball left field X. Left fielder is Horton, and he's horrible. Horton is an outfielder. Let's check. Whoops. Dropped my stuff here. Folks, hold on. Thought I had that handy, but we'll show it on the card instead. Horton as an outfielder is a 5 E18. So he's a DH playing left field basically. So this could be bad for the Rangers. So he's a 5 E18. 5 and a 5, you know that's going to drop in for a hit. 5 and a 5 is a double, 2 stars, but the runner's on third anyway, so you don't need that. Now we need to check for an error. But we know Soderholm doubles, and that's going to bring home Lemon to tie the score at 3 apiece. Now we'll check and see if there's an error. That is a total of 15. He was an E18. Miraculously, there is no 15. So there's no error, but it is an RBI double for Soderholm, and we are tied at 3 apiece. So the Hitmen, Southside Hitmen, coming back. Still have it going with just 1 out for Jim Essien. 2-7 for Essien. That's a single 2 stars, and that will give him the lead as Essien delivers. Soderholm scores. Sox now lead at 4-3, and now the Texas bullpen is getting some activity down there with a left-hander. The left-hander Darryl Knowles is loosening in a hurry. Back to the top of the order, and Ralph Garr as Blyleven's kind of losing it here. 4-9, 4-9, ground ball shortstop X. Shortstop is Campaneris, and Campaneris is a 2 E29. 2 and a 14, so a 2 and a 14 is going to be a G1, so we could get a double play out of this. 9, and he is an E. What did I say he was? He's an E29. So shortstop E29. There is no 9, so it is going to be in fact a double play. So it's 6-4-3 double play hit into by Ralph Garr. But damage done as the Sox put 3 on the board and take a 4-3 lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th. And this will now be the beginning of the point of weakness inning for Kravik. And he's got the Rabbits to deal with at the top of the order. Campaneris, Wills, and Fregosi. Remember, Dow Canton is ready in the bullpen in case he's needed. We get a 6-5 against a right-hander. 6-5. That's a 1-2 in-home run chance, but that's a 7. So that's a double for Campaneris. And the bullpen for the Sox might be coming in early. I don't want to wait very much longer. Wills is a switch hitter, so they'll let him pitch to Wills. But that might be his last batter coming up right here with all these righties coming up. So here's Wills. 4-6. 1-2-6 is a double. This, however, is a 9. So the 9 is a fly ball to center, and that's out number 1. And that's going to be it for Kravik. Kravik will go 6 1/3. He will face 29 batters, and we'll do the rest later. And coming in for the Sox will be the aforementioned. Well, actually, no, take that back. He's not even on the roster, so it was not him. It had to be somebody else. And it's going to be, let's see, who they want to go to. Bart Johnson. So Bart Johnson is going to have to come in relief because I forgot Dow Canton is not even on the roster right now. So my bad on getting those guys confused. But I'm not doing a bullpen warm-up rule, so it really doesn't matter. But Bart Johnson is in. Bart Johnson. See if he can't hold the fort here against Fregosi, but Fregosi won't hit. He was mainly a guy that hit against lefties. So Fregosi will be called back, and the new DH that's coming in will be Dave May. See his loaded column 3 there. So Dave May is actually going to pinch hit for Fregosi, and he'll stay in the game to play DH. So Dave May coming in. So the wheels are turning in the strategy realm. Dave May on to face Bart Johnson. 1-8 for May. He's going to ground to first, and that's going to get the runner to third, but now there are 2 outs. So he grounds to Spencer for out number 2. Campaneris does make it to third. And now here's Willie Horton, but they may pinch hit for Willie Horton as well. Let's see, or they might let him hit and then take him out. They're going to let him hit, but they might take him out defensively and let somebody else play left field. We'll see. Willie Horton against Bart Johnson. 2 down, runner at third. 3-8. 3-8 struck him out. So Willie Horton out on strikes. And Bart Johnson comes in and does the job. keeps the Rangers off the board at the end of 7 complete. It's Chicago 4 and Texas 3. Blyleven's still going to come back out there. This will begin his point of weakness inning, but we'll see how that goes. Do they want to replace Horton? I think they might, because that left fielder is pretty weak out there. So actually, we have a new left fielder. It's going to be Ken Henderson for Horton, because Horton is just so bad. Henderson's a 2E6 versus the 5E18 that Horton was. So Henderson's on. He'll be the new left fielder and bat in the number 4 position. Right now, top of the 8th is Alan Bannister against Blyleven. And Daryl Knowles had sat down, so now, let's see here, looks like Paul Lindblad, the lefty, is up, as well as Mike Marshall, the right-hander. So they got double barrel action in the bullpen. 2-3 for Bannister. 2-3 is a ground ball to short, handled by Campaneris. Again, keeping him busy. 1 away. George Orta. 5-9 against the lefty. 5-9 struck him out. So Blyleven may not need relief. Maybe he's just had that one bad inning, trying to get around it now. Here's Richie Zisk. 4-10 is a ground ball shortstop X. That's Campaneris. A 2E29. 2 and a 9. He'll make that play. And that is a 13. E29. There is no 13, so it's good play for Campaneris. 3 up, 3 down go the Sox here in the 8th. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Hara, Hargrove, and Grieve coming up against Bart Johnson. They do have left-hander Dave Hamilton loosening in the bullpen due to the Sox in case a tough lefty comes up. Right now it's Hara. Get a 6-4, and that is a catcher X. Essien as a catcher is a 2E4. 2 and a 13 as a catcher. A 2 and a 13 is a pop out potential. It's a 15, and he is an E4. So an E4. There's a 16 and a 17, but no 15, so he got lucky there. It's simply a pop-up handled by Essien, and there's 1 away. Here's Hargrove, tough lefty. 3-11. Hargrove's going to fly to right, though, so Bart Johnson up to the task. 2 down. Brings up Tom Grieve. 6-7. 6-7 is a ground ball second base X. That is Orta. And Orta is a 4. E23. So a little bit shaky. 4 and a 5 is probably a base hit, and it is. An 11 on an E23. And it is an error. We can see right here. Show it to you. Second baseman, E23. The only error he has is an 11, and that's what we have here. So not only is it a single, it's an error on top of it. So Grieve singles and then goes to second on the E4. So a little shaky there. Error on Orta. And that puts the tying run in scoring position for Jim Sundberg. Bart Johnson has to bear down. 5-11, and that's a walk, so more trouble. Runners at first and second for Beniquez. 1-9 for Beniquez. That's a single to right field. There's a clutch there, but we're not doing clutch, so the single stands. That is a base hit. Now the question is, will the runners be able to score? Grieve runs at a E, so he steals at the East. He was not being held, which means his run rating is a 12. It bumps up to a 13. There are 2 outs. That makes it a 15. Zisk on his throwing arm from Zisk is a 0. So it's a 1 to 15, I believe. Is that what I said? 1 to 15? Yes, 1 to 15, and he will score the tying run. And he does, so it's a tie ball game. So that error really opened the door. And let's check Sundberg. Will he go to third? I think he'll go to third on the throw. Although I don't know. Let's see if Sundberg. He was not being held. You know, he's going to make third as well. So tie game 4-4 here in the 8th. Back to the top of the order in Campaneris. Bart Johnson needs to get out of this mess. Burns at the corners, 2 outs. Here's Campy. 6-5. Struck him out. He's not tired yet because he's got long relief. So it is a strikeout. And that's going to end the inning. But now we go to the 9th, all tied up 4-4. So both starters no longer in the decision. 4-4 as we start the 9th. And we'll get a new pitcher for both teams, really. Blyleven's going to come out, and left-hander Paul Lindblad is going to come on because the Sox will be sending up Oscar Gamble, their lefty, along with Spencer and Lemon. So Gamble, but Gamble's going to be called back. They're going to bring in their right-handed DH, Lamar Johnson. So Lamar Johnson will be coming on to hit for Oscar Gamble. So Lamar Johnson is on. Lamar Johnson. See what he can do as the DH. Big spot here in the 9th facing Lindblad. Blyleven goes 8 innings. Gets a no decision. Let's see. I may have spoke too soon about Bart Johnson. He could get the win if the Sox score a run this inning and win the game in the 9th. Because he is the pitcher of record right now. So Blyleven went 8 innings facing 31 batters. Do the rest later. All right, top of the 9th. Lamar Johnson against Lindblad. 3-6 for Lamar Johnson. Flies to center, and that's 1 away. And just for curiosity's sake, Oscar Gamble on a 3-6 would have struck out. So really, at this point, didn't matter, did it? When all was said and done. So here's Spencer. You're not going to pinch hit for Spencer. He can hit lefties and righties. 4-11. 4-11 is a fly ball left field X, and it's a good thing they replaced Horton because now you got Henderson out there, and Henderson, a much better defender, as a 2 E6. 2 and a 5, so he's got a chance to catch that. Horton would have had no chance to catch that. So a 2 and a 5 on the chart. A 2 and a 5 is an F2, so he did make the catch. Had Horton been in there, it would have been a double. And let's check error. That's a 13, and he's an E6. There is no error, so by doing that defensive change, that saved a double. So Spencer flies to left for out number 2 as Henderson tracked it down. Here's Chet Lemon. He's tripled twice. That was against Blyleven, though. 4-10 against Lindblad, against a right-hander. That's a fly to center. So Lindblad goes 1-2-3 in the 9th for Texas. We go to the bottom of the 9th, and now Bart Johnson is off the hook. He will not be able to win it or lose it. Lindblad could win it if they walk it off here in the 9th. So the new pitcher coming up for the Sox will be left-hander Dave Hamilton. We got a righty, a switch hitter, a righty, and a lefty coming up. So they're going to go with Hamilton out of the pen. Dave Hamilton will be coming on. A little bookkeeping here. Inning and 2/3 for Bart Johnson. And he faced 8 batters. Alrighty. So here we go. Dave Hamilton facing Bump Wills. So it's actually, it's Wills who's a switch hitter, May's a lefty, and Henderson's a switch hitter. So 2 switch hitters and a lefty. I was thinking Campaneris was up, but he's not. So it's 2 switch hitters and a lefty. Bump Wills, bottom of the 9th, tied at 4. 2-4 for Bump Wills against a lefty. It's a ground ball to short. And that's 1 away, handled by Bannister. And we could be looking at extra innings for sure. It's very possible. Here's Dave May. May is awful against lefties, but do they have anybody on the bench that can DH? All their hitters, well, they do have John Ellis. So they're going to pinch it with Dave May with John Ellis. one of their catchers. They have 3 catchers on the roster, so they also have Bill Fahey, so they can afford to use Ellis as a DH. So Ellis will now DH. So we'll write Ellis here. We already used both slots there, so we'll put Ellis to know that Ellis is in the game. Draw a little arrow here. So when I put the score in later, I'll know what's going on. Here's Ellis. 2-5 for Ellis, and he struck him out. So Hamilton didn't care that Ellis was pinch hitting. He struck him out anyway. Here's Henderson, switch hitter, batting right-handed. 2-7. 2-7 is going to fly to center, and that's the end of the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Hamilton. And we are going to free baseball here at Arlington Stadium. 9 innings was not enough to decide it. We are tied at 4 as we go to the top of the 10th. Now, coming up for the Sox, in the top of the 10th will be Soderholm, Essien, and Gar. And let's see, do they want to do with Lindblad? They're going to replace Lindblad. He went 1 inning, faced 3 batters, got everybody out. But they want to go to a right-hander, so they're going to Mike Marshall. Mike Marshall is in. Most notable reliever for the Dodgers in '74 that pitched 108 games. Also had this mutton chop mustache. This is kind of his signature thing. So he's going to be facing Soderholm to start off the top of the 10th. 3-4 for Soderholm. He pops it up to second, 1 away. Brings up Essien, catcher. 5-9 for Marshall. Ground ball to short. He gave a lot of hits here in column 5, but 5-9 is a ground ball to Campaneris. And that's quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 10th. Brings up Ralph Gar. 1-8 for Gar, and he grounds back to Marshall, and that's going to end the inning very quickly. 1-2-3 inning. Go the Sox. And we go to the bottom of the 10th. Rangers another chance to walk it off. It'll be Hara, Hargrove, and Grieve coming up against Hamilton for his 2nd inning of work. So Hamilton is in. You can keep it right where it is. 1-4 for Hara against a lefty. 1-4 is a single to left field, or I'm sorry, to right field. Single to right for Hara. He is an A stealer. I didn't think he stole bases that much, but he did. Stole 27, was caught only 5 times. I did not realize he was such a running threat. I think of him more as a power guy. So he will definitely be held. He might even try to steal, which would be a 1-13, because that's what we've been using the whole game, 1-13. So 1-13, he'll try to steal. And he does. It's a 3, so he makes it. And since it's a 1, 2, or 3, we're going to check for possible throwing error on Essien. And Essien, you do that on D20 when the stolen base is a 1, 2, or 3. Essien's T rating is a 17, so very likely he's going to throw this into the center field. And he did, so it's a stolen base plus an error. And that's going to put the runner on third base with nobody out. So an E2 on the throw. And boy, Toby Hara just making a mess of the Sox here, and Essien making the mess, throwing the ball away. Now the infield's got to come in, the outfield, everybody's got to come in. Hargrove lefty on lefty against Hamilton. 2-4 doesn't matter. That's going to be gone. A 2-run homer. There's a 1 there, so that's a 2-run walk-off homer for Hargrove. So it ended up not mattering at all. Hargrove walks it off. A 2-run bomb. And the Rangers win it here in the opening game of the series. 2-run homer walk-off style by Mike Hargrove. And we will get all the totals here. 6-4 your final. And you can chat while I'm doing the totals. Mike Marshall gets the win. He went 1 inning and faced 3 batters and got them all out. In fact, so did Lindblad. So the last 6 batters of the game, they were retired in order. No strikeouts, no nothing at all. Win goes to Marshall. And let's see. Runs were 4 for Blyleven. Let's check his walks and strikeout. First check his hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just 6 hits. So the Sox managed 6 hits, 4 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors for the Sox, who got to feel like they let one slip away. They had that lead in the 7th and gave it up in the 8th. Let's check his walks and strikeouts. 1 walk, 2 walks, 3 walks. I've got him unofficially for 3 walks. Strikeout total: 1, 2, 3. Only struck out 3 walks and 3 strikeouts, but a solid outing, not bad. 8 innings, 4 runs. Hamilton takes the loss. He goes 1 inning plus because he didn't get anybody out in the 10th. He gave up, struck out 1. He does take the loss. Struck out 1. Didn't walk anybody, even gave up 2 hits and the 2 runs that were the determining factor. Let's see here. Walks and strikeouts for Kravik: 1 walk, 2 walks, 3 walks. Got him for 3 walks. And let's see about strikeouts. 1, 2. I got him for 2 strikeouts. Alrighty, and he hit a batter. He hit Hargrove. So let's see about hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits and 3 runs. No homers. Alright, Bart Johnson came on. Struck out 1, walked 1. He struck out 2 rather. Struck out 2. Struck out 2, walked 1. And he gave up 1, 2 hits and a run. The run is still earned because there were 2 hits after the error that moved him to second, so it's still considered an earned run. And let's see, Hamilton faced 5 batters. Alright, so the hits were 11, so this is unofficially, of course, until I put them on the computer. Let's check left on base. For the Sox, 1, 2, big one there, leaving him at third base. That's 2, 3. I've only got them for 3 left on, so they maximized their runners. Rangers left on, they left the bases loaded in the first. That's 4, that's 5, that's 6, 7, 8, 9. They left 9 on base. Alright, so this is the unofficial total in the game. We have the Rangers walking it off on a 2-run homer by Mark Hargrove in the bottom of the 10th to beat the White Sox 6-4 for the Rangers. 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors, and 9 left. For the Sox, 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left. Winning pitcher was Mike Marshall in relief. Losing pitcher was Dave Hamilton. The Sox, with the loss, dropped to 28-24 after 52 games. So hope you enjoyed that presentation of White Sox baseball, 1977 Strat-O-Matic style. Be playing the rest of the Texas series offline and then coming back with their next game at some point, not sure when. This is going to post, I believe, on Wednesday. I'm going to do this as White Sox Wednesday, so you would have already seen Manic Monday by the time we see this one again. But hope you enjoyed it nonetheless from Arlington Stadium. Again, the final score, Texas 6, White Sox 4. Until next time, enjoy and play whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.